Welcome to the solution video for the final challenge. For this challenge, we use the 0701 challenge exercise file in our Chapter 7 folder, and I challenged you to complete all of the tasks in 40 minutes or less. Let's go ahead and get started. Now that we have our document open, I want you to split the document view. Let's go to our View tab and click on Split, and then we can view the instructions down at the bottom of the window and see the document up at the top. Keep in mind that you can resize these windows by mousing over the horizontal dividing bar and clicking and dragging down or up. Our first task is to save the file as my 0701 challenge. Let's go to File, Save As, navigate to our Chapter 7 folder on the desktop, click in front of the document title, type My and a space, and click Save. We can mark number 1 as done. Number 2, apply a page border to section 1. Apply a 3D light blue double line style border. I'm going to click up in the document at the top of the window. I do see, looking at my status bar, that we are in section 1. Let's go ahead and go to Design, Page Border, a 3D setting, double line, light blue, and under Apply To, we'll select this section and click OK. Perfect. Let's go ahead and mark number 2 as done. Number 3, insert a banded cover page, and we're going to type the document title OVCAA membership into our document title placeholder. Let me click back up above. We'll go to Insert, Cover Page, select Banded. Let's find the document title placeholder right there, and as soon as I click on it, it selects the entire thing. And here are my instructions. OVCAA membership. Perfect. All right, let's mark number 3 as done. Number 4, we're going to insert a banded header. We're not going to display the header on page 1, and then we're going to insert the logo JPEG in the section 1 document header. Okay, let's go ahead and on our Insert tab, we'll go to Header. It's a banded header. Here's banded. We are not going to apply it to page 1, so right away I want to click on Different First Page. Let's go on down to page 2. Click in our header, and we're going to insert the logo JPEG. Let's go to Insert, Pictures. Let's go ahead and select the logo and click Insert. Perfect. Let me find my instructions down below here. We are going to configure the text wrapping to tight. Let's go ahead and click on our graphic. Tight is selected. Perfect. Even if it's selected when you go into this setting, by all means click on it. Close that window. Place the logo in the top left margin. Let's go on up here. Okay, let me get back to my instructions. Here we go. Resize the logo to a 1/2 inch high. Let me click on it, go to my Picture Tools format. Let me go ahead and toggle this down. Let me catch it so it doesn't go away. Toggle it down. Let me get down to a 1/2 inch. It keeps trying to want to go off the page here, so I got to keep grabbing it. There we go. Okay, we'll move it back to the corner. Now we're going to format it with a rotated white picture style. Here's our picture styles. Using the gallery, I'm guessing it's going to be one of these that's kind of rotated with the white around it. Good guess. Okay, go ahead and apply that. Next, we're going to apply the marker artistic effect. Here's your artistic effects. Now, these have to be moused over so that you can see the names of them. Just so happens that marker is the second one on the top. But if you're asked to apply something different, just take the time to mouse over each of the different options and find the one you're looking for. I'll go ahead and click on marker, and we can close the header, and we can mark that one as done. Okay, let's move on to number 5. We're going to apply some styles. We're going to apply the heading 2 style to several subheadings about membership info, etc. All right, let's find that first about. right here. Now you can double click on it if it's just a single word, and that way you can select it pretty easily. And if I look in my gallery and I don't see that heading 2 style, all I need to do is click on the More button in my Styles group, and you should see the styles come up right here. I'll go ahead and select heading 2, and let's move on down to Membership Info. Now this is 2 words, so I'm going to have to click and drag over it. Let's find Contact, heading 2, Blog Posts for the Summer, and the Events Calendar. Great, let's go ahead and mark number 5 as done. Number 6, modify the heading 2 style to Arial Blue Bold size 14. All right, it's right over here in my Styles window. I'm going to right click and go to Modify. And we are looking for Arial, size 14. Let's find Blue and Bold. Let's go ahead and click OK, and it should update everything for us, and we can mark number 6 as done. Number 7, using the Special Characters menu tab, insert the copyright symbol at the end of the first sentence, but before the exclamation point, Welcome to Orange Valley Community Arts Association. So we're going to put it between the N and the exclamation point. Let me go ahead and close my Styles window for now. Let's find that at the top of our document. Here we go. We're going to click between the N and the exclamation point. Now during the exam, if you want to quickly find something, use Control F for find on your keyboard and type in either the entire string of text or a couple of words, and that will help you quickly find that information. You won't receive any point deductions if you use the extra tools that are available to you in Word, so by all means use everything that's available to you. So let me get back to inserting the copyright symbol. I'm going to click between N and the exclamation point, and let's go to Insert, Symbol. Let's go to More Symbols. Now we were asked to use the Special Characters menu tab, so let's go ahead and click on Special Characters. Here's copyright right here. We'll go ahead and click Insert and Close. Perfect. Let's mark number 7 as done. Our next task is to insert a footnote after the text, Art Summer Camp for Kids. We're going to copy and paste the June 1st through August 31st text and paste it in as the footnote. So let me go ahead and select it, right click, and copy. Now I'm going to go ahead and click back up above in my document and use Control F for find. And now we can type in Art Summer Camp. And it should take you right to that place in the document. Awesome. And what we're going to do is click after the text, insert a footnote, references, insert footnote, and we're going to paste the information from our task right in the footnote text. Perfect. Let's mark that one as done. Task number 9, we're going to insert some text. Replace the events text placeholder by inserting the text from the events text file. We can find that in our Chapter 7 exercise folder. Let's go ahead and scroll down until we see that events placeholder. We're going to replace the placeholder, so let's go ahead and select it and delete that out of there. But then we'll go to Insert, Object, Text from File, because we were asked to insert the text. Now we're only seeing Word documents, so please use the drop-down menu and select All Files. Here's that events document. Perfect. Let's find that task so we can mark it as done. Next, convert the events text to a table in AutoFit to window. Okay, let's go back up and select the text that we just brought in. We'll go to Insert Table, Convert Text to Table. We want to autofit it to the window, so make sure you choose that radio button and click OK. Great. All right, we're going to apply the Grid Table 5 Dark Accent 5 style. We're going to go to Table Styles. We know it's a grid table, so we can move down here. It's Table 5, so you should be able to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's find Accent 5. Here we go. And click Perfect. Next, we're going to sort the table by the first column, which is called class, and sort it A to Z. Let's go ahead and go to our Layout tab, click on Sort. We'll want to make sure that we select the class column. Ascending looks good. Let's go ahead and click OK. Perfect. And the last thing we'll do on this task is configure the table so that the table headers repeat on each page. So if we go ahead and select this first row that has our headers in it, we can click on Repeat Header Rows right in that data group, and now we can mark number 10 as done. Number 11, apply the Lines Simple style set to the document. Let's go to Design. These are your style sets. Let's go ahead and use our More button to get into the gallery. We're looking for Lines Simple. This is another instance where you will just want to mouse over these until you find the one you're looking for. Here's Lines Simple, and go ahead and click to apply it. Let's mark number 11 as done. Number 12, create a numbered list for the steps for the care and cleaning of paintbrushes. Let's find that list right here. We'll go ahead and select it. We are going to use the 101 period, 102 period, etc. as the format. So the first thing that we'll do is just apply a number list. And then we can go to the drop-down menu and choose Set the Numbering Value. And this is where we can type in 101, and it should go ahead and do 101, 102, 103. Perfect. Now, this is something you might see on the MOS exam, so practice doing this. Okay, let's go ahead and mark number 12 as done. We can probably go ahead and close this navigation pane. There we go. Okay, number 13, we're going to work with a hyperlink. Insert a hyperlink for the text, which is the website for the ovcaa.org. Let's go ahead and find that. Another good place that you could use the find if you wanted to. Or you can do what I'm doing and just simply scroll through until you see it. Here we go. Let's go ahead and select it. Right click, go down to hyperlink. It's going to go to a web page, so that's great. We need to change the text that's going to display. It should say, check out our new website, ! Perfect. Let's go ahead and click OK. The second half of this task is to move the hyperlink down below the email address and not to copy the formatting. So let's select it. We're going to right click and cut it. We're going to click down below that email address, right click and go to paste. We don't want to keep the source formatting. We're going to merge the formatting. Perfect. We can go ahead and mark 13 as done. Our next task is to insert a bookmark titled Membership in front of the Membership Info heading. Let's go ahead and find that Membership Info heading. I'll click in front of Membership Info. Let's go to Insert, choose Bookmark, type in Membership, and click Add. Next, we're going to apply a hyperlink to the word jump on page 2 so it links to our new membership bookmark. Let's see, I can look in my status bar and see I'm on page 2, so let me find the word jump. And if I have trouble finding it, I can use my Control F to find it. But here it is right here. I'm going to double click to select it. Let's go to hyperlink, a place in this document, click on the membership bookmark, and click OK. Perfect. We can mark 14 as done. Our task number 15 is to convert the title Visual Arts for All Ages and Interests on page 2 into word art. Okay, we're on page 2 and here it is right here. I'll go ahead and select it. Go to Insert, Word Art, and we're looking for Gradient Fill Blue Accent Color 5. And this is another instance where you just need to mouse over these until you find the correct selection. I know it's blue, so let me move back over here. Perfect. Gradient Fill Blue Accent Color 5. Resize the font to 20 points. Let's go ahead and go to our Home tab. I'm going to use my decrease font size and bring that down to 20. I think that's sometimes the easiest thing to do. And we can mark number 15 as done. Number 16, configure Word to always insert paste picture as tight. Let's go to File and Options. We'll go to Advanced. Let's scroll down to Cut, Copy, and Paste. Insert picture as tight. Please don't be surprised if you come into your options to change a setting and it's already been done. A lot of times we set these when we're practicing or they've already been set up for us, and it may already be selected for you. If this happens during the exam, I want you to go ahead and click on the selection that you were asked to apply. So in this case, I'll do tight. So even though it was selected, I'm still going to reselect it and then click OK, because I want the computer to see that I know where to go, how to change it, and that I know I have to click OK to apply it. Okay, let's go ahead and mark number 16 as done. Number 17, we're going to configure autocorrect to replace OVCAA with Orange Valley Community Arts Association. I'm going to go ahead and select this text. Right-click and copy. Now we can go into our autocorrect options. We'll go to File, Options, click on Proofing, Autocorrect Options, and let's type in OVCAA. And in the Replace With field, I'll go ahead and just paste that information from my clipboard. Click Add and OK. Be sure and click OK again, and we can mark 17 as done. Task number 18. Under the Contact heading, let's go find that. Here we go. Contact heading. Place the 4 items listed under Follow Us On into 2 columns. Let's go ahead and select those 4 items. We'll go to Layout, Columns, and I'm going to go to More Columns because I see that we want to put 1 1/4 inch spacing between and a line between them. We'll go to 2. This is where we can put that 1.25 inches in. And we'll select this checkbox to put a line in between those columns and click OK. Perfect. Let's go ahead and mark number 18 as done. Number 19, apply the blue accent 5 lighter 80% page color to the entire document. I'm going to go to Design, Page Color, and let's find that blue accent 5. It's going to be one of these blue ones. That's accent 1. Here's accent 5, and we're looking for 80% lighter. Perfect. Let's go ahead and mark number 19 as done. Number 20. On page 2, format the spacing of the first 3 paragraphs to at least 10 points. Let's go up to page 2. We'll select the first 3 paragraphs. On our Home tab, we'll go to our line spacing options. We want it to be at least 10 points. Here's our line spacing, at least 10 points. Going the wrong way. There we go. And change the space before and the space after to 0. Before is already 0. After is now 0. Click OK. Perfect. Let's go ahead and mark that one as done. Number 21. At the top of page 12, under the TOC placeholder, insert the fancy table of contents. We want to show 2 levels, page numbers right aligned, and a dotted leader line. Let's go to page 12. It's going to be our very last page. Here we go. And we're going to put it under the placeholder. We'll go to References, Table of Contents, Custom Table of Contents. We're looking for Fancy. Let me move this out of the way. 2 levels. Page numbers are going to show. We want a dotted leader line. Click OK. Perfect. Let's mark number 21 as done. Number 22. Insert a continuous section break before the heading Events Calendar. Let's go find that. Events Calendar. Let's go ahead and click on the heading. We'll go to Layout and Breaks, and it's going to be a continuous section break. And we're going to put another one after the table. So we'll just click below the table, go to Breaks, Continuous. Change the page orientation for this section to portrait. Make sure you click back up in that section. We'll go to orientation and select portrait. Perfect. Let's go ahead and mark 22 as done. 23. We're going to work with our line spacing. Configure spacing settings to keep the heading Care and Cleaning of Paintbrushes with the paragraph and the list that follows. Let's find that Care and Cleaning of Paintbrushes. So we want the heading, the paragraph, and the list to all stay together. So we'll select all three, click on our Paragraph More button, and we're going to select Keep Lines Together, and that should keep everything together for us. Let's go ahead and mark 23 as done. 24, we're going to work with Smart Art. Convert the list under Care and Cleaning of Paintbrushes to a basic cycle process. Let's go ahead and select the list. I like to cut it so I can paste it right into the text placeholder. I'll right-click and cut. Let's get rid of this number here. We'll go to Insert, Smart Art, and we're looking for a basic cycle. Click on Cycle. The very first one is basic, and click OK. Now, right in my text placeholder, I can go ahead and just paste the information in. Perfect. Let's scroll back down to our instructions. Click back up above so I can select the Smart Art. We're going to delete any empty shapes. Now, to me, the easiest way to do that is just to select them down in the text box and hit Delete or Backspace. Now we're going to change the colors to Colorful Range Accent Colors 5 to 6. Let's click on Smart Art Tools Design, change colors. Here's colorful, and we're looking for 5 to 6. Right there, perfect. We are going to apply the sunset scene style. Let's go to our styles, click on the More button to get to the gallery, and find Sunset Scene. Metallic, sunset right here. So we applied our sunset scene. If your window jumps around when you have your screen split, just go back to your instructions at the bottom and find your Smart Art in the window up above. Let's continue on with number 3. Switch the layout to right to left. On your Smart Art Tools Design tab, let's go ahead and click right to left. And number 4, change the text wrapping layout to top and bottom. Here we go, top and bottom. Perfect. Okay, let's go ahead and mark 24 as done. 25, insert a cloud shape to the right of the blog posts for summer heading. Let's go find that. Blog posts for summer. I want to point something out before I keep working on this task. Did you notice how it took my Smart Art and put it on the next page? On the exam, if something like this happens to you, don't try and fix it unless you are asked to. Make sure that the Smart Art graphic stays with the text above. Just do whatever the computer does and don't do anything extra. So I'm going to leave it right here on a separate page and keep trying to find the blog posts for summer. Here's our blog post for summer. We're going to insert a cloud shape just to the right of it. I'll click after the word summer and go to Insert, Shapes, find the cloud right here, and I'm just going to draw a cloud out. We're going to have to resize it anyway, so let's just get the shape on the page. We're going to move the heading into the shape and keep the source formatting. So let's go ahead and select Blog Post for Summer. Right-click and cut. Click on your cloud, right-click on the shape, and let's look at our paste options. We do have Keep Source Formatting, so that's the one we were asked to apply. We'll go ahead and click on that. Perfect. Resize the graphic to 1 inch high by 3.5 inches wide. Let's click on our Drawing Tools Format tab. Change the height to 1 inch, and we'll change the width to 3.5. Yours may be different as to where you start because I just simply drew it out and you may draw it differently than I do. Let's change the text wrapping to tight. Great. We're going to center the graphic on the page. Here we go. Don't you love these guidelines that pop up? And center the text in the graphic. Let's go ahead and select the text. And we can go on our Home tab and select Center. Perfect. Let's mark number 25 as done. 26, we're going to work with our highlighter. We're going to highlight the text topic and speaker. Okay, here's topic. If you didn't happen to see it, use your Control F to find it, okay? Look, your highlighter's right here on this mini toolbar. I'm looking for teal. Perfect. And for speaker, we're going to do pink. Perfect. Let's mark 26 as done. Number 27, you're going to insert alternative text to the events calendar table. Let's go find that. Click on the table once you get there, and then right-click and go down to Table Properties. And you do have an Alt Text tab where you can enter a title and a description. The title will be Event Information. The description will be Summer Program Topics. I'll go ahead and click OK, and we can mark 27 as done. Number 28, we're going to use the Go-To command to find the Schedule table under the Blog Post for Summer heading. And then we'll configure the table to auto-fit to contents. So we can get right into Go-To by using Control-G for Go on our keyboard. And we're looking for a table. All of your tables are numbered, and they're numbered sequentially by word in the order in which they appear in your document. So I'm just going to type in table number 1 and click Go-To and see if it takes us to the correct one. And it did down below. Let me do that again. I'm going to click in the window up above. Once again, click Go-To, and then it takes me to that table up above so I can work on it. Let me scroll back down to our instructions. I hope you find this helpful to split the screen. If not, you don't have to split it. You can work any way you want to on these challenges. Okay, so now that we've found it, I'm going to go ahead and close the Find and Replace window. We're going to configure the table to auto-fit to contents. So we're going to click on the table, and once again, we're going to right-click and go to Properties. Click on the Table tab, Options. You kind of have to drill down into this, and I wanted to make sure to include it just in case you see this on the Moss exam. Hopefully you'll remember how to get here. I'm going to go ahead and click OK now that I've selected Automatically Resize to Fit Contents. Click OK again, and we can mark that task as done. Task 29. On page 2, insert a banded quote text box. Let's go up to page 2. And we are going to move the text in the second paragraph into that text box. So why don't we go ahead and click in front of the paragraph, go to Insert. We'll go to Text Box. It will be a banded quote. Let me move it up here. We're going to move this text in the second paragraph over into the text box. So I'll select it and right-click and cut. And then click right in the text box and right-click and paste. Let me get back to my instructions. We want to make sure that we retain the source formatting. So let me click on my paste options and make sure that Keep Source Formatting is selected. Perfect. We'll change the text wrapping layout to top and bottom. Let me click back on the text box, select top and bottom, close that window, and then we're going to center the text box under the first paragraph. And I have a hint here for you. If you're having trouble lining this up, you can right-click on the text box and go to More Layout Options, and you can actually choose Alignment Centered Relative to the Page. Click OK. But did you notice my guidelines actually popped up? If you don't have the guidelines, you can use that second method that I showed you. All right, let's mark 29 as done. Number 30, we're going to inspect our document. We're going to remove any headers, footers, watermarks, and hidden text. Let's go to File, check for issues, inspect. Go ahead and say yes. We do want it to look for everything. I'll click on Inspect. Okay, we want to remove headers, footers, and watermarks. Right here, I'll click Remove All. And we also want to remove any hidden text. So we do have some hidden text. I'll click Remove All and Close. Perfect. Let me get back to my instructions. Go ahead and mark number 30 as done. And our very last task is to save and close the file. Great job on this challenge. If you had any challenges during the challenge, please go back and watch the videos for the chapter that had that particular task in it, and then come back and try the challenge again.